This is We Need Rent Money presented by Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, no one's gave me any money with Zoom yet for that song. It's just my little jingle I do before everything. Laura. So what do you like to be called? Laura Jones, Laura Herring?
Well, my married name is Laura Jones,
Okay.
and then I chose Lawrence Herring. Herring is my maiden name, so I resurrected my maiden name. And so my pen name or my stage name is Lawrence Herring.
But your real name is Bomb Diggity Betty.
Yeah.
So she plays Bomb Diggity Betty in our film We Need Rent Money. She is part of the Eugene Police Force, and she does a great job. We'll leave it at that. Um, yeah, so what the whole concept of this is, so the audience can get a better idea of you as a person than the wacky character that you play in this movie.
Yeah.
So what got you into acting?
Well, one thing kind of led to another. I have actors that run in my family and writers and comedians, but I went to the University of Oregon and was pursuing a degree in English and had some exposure to theater, Shakespeare, drama, screenwriting, playwriting. And then I got involved with No Shame Eugene, which is a community theater group.
Yeah,
And
Michael Schwab spoke about that during his interview. He says
yeah,
it's a really great community group that anybody that has, you have to have no shame to do it though. So
that's right. That's right. And I got into doing some adult comedy, which of course my children don't appreciate.
child, please.
Hey,
Yeah,
they're
you're an adult. So what? You can't just do child stuff. You're an adult. So
yeah. I try to tell my siblings that, but I'm the baby of the family, and it seems like no matter how old I get, most of my family still like to boss me around.
yeah, I'm the baby too.
uh,
I was actually supposed to be a girl.
oh
I had two
no,
older brothers, and they would try to have a girl, and now came me. So.
yeah, yeah,
But I feel like I have a sensitive side to all this.
yeah.
So, but no, it seems like you had a great family background of people that were in the arts. So I guess that was probably inspiring.
Well, yes, and then growing up in a small town around the corner from a police department, I saw a lot of real life drama, and so getting that part of playing an undercover officer was, great.
Awesome. Yeah, we really enjoyed. It's just the complimentary with you and Will and Rob was just great. I really
They're fun.
saw it on screen. So
They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun to
yeah,
work with.
they are a lot of fun to work with. Also, religion is a big part of your life. It's
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you gotta believe in something, right?
my dad was a religious fanatic who
Okay.
raised me in a small, what would be considered a cult. It was based in the Old Testament, so very legalistic, and it's not Orthodox Jew, but I was raised to be kind of quasi-Jewish.
Okay.
And then I was really rebellious and decided to jump ship, and I became a Sunday school teacher for a charismatic church.
The exact opposite.
Delusional pastors.
Yeah.
They were a little delusional.
We all are. So.
Yeah. And then I tried really hard to be a good girl, and then I ended up turning bad. um, didn't mean to. I just got over my maledictophobia, the fear of bad words.
I mean, it's so easy to say the word fuck in so many
It
different
is. I mean,
ways.
it's fun. There's days when that's all I say all day long is just fuck. Fuck.
But there's different ways you could say fuck. So
Right. You can say swive.
you could say it like fuck in a good way, like yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. It's
so
just like saying, shit.
yeah, you feel free to curse. It's
There's
just
some days when that's all I do all day long.
this isn't for children by
Right.
any
No,
means.
just one
So,
big old long string of words. Um,
I
It's
think that
cathartic.
word is just it gets so much out of you, you know, too, when you say it.
And
Like,
then I've learned a really fun trick is I know how to cuss more intelligently than our president. I can say donkey and kitten.
well, it's not hard to be more intelligent than that guy.
I know that.
I mean, he's telling us to inject ourselves with
Oh, I don't even,
de-infectants.
know, it's like, yeah,
Well,
no, no, no,
we don't need to go into politics, even though
no,
we
no,
just
no,
went
no.
into religion. So
Well, the thing is politics, religion, and sex travel through time like a tricycle or a triangle, like a pyramid scheme.
I like the tricycle better.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
picture like some clown on the
right,
tricycle.
right.
So you suffer with PTSD.
Oh yeah.
How do you cope with that? I'm sure some people would like to, know because there may be some people that have gone through this experience and like would like to, you know,
Yeah,
get a better, idea.
right. So how I cope with it is comedy. Comedy helps. But trauma, tragedy, things that really do happen in real life that are traumatic,
Mhm.
um, it births comedy if you give it enough time. And so I know a lot of people that are no longer alive because they either died from a drug overdose or they committed suicide or they got in a drunk driving accident or just murder, things like that. And so I can't control any of that. And I've had my own suicidal thoughts. And then I've been angry enough that I've had homicidal thoughts. So I tell people I like to stay balanced. So for every suicidal thought I have a homicidal thought. And then in the middle, I just don't do anything.
They say two negatives equal a positive, so
Right, right. So I tell people I have what is called a Pollyanna complex. I'm so positive, even my blood type is O positive.
not a joke. I guess it could be real, No, you gotta look at it like that. If you look at it like something that you can never overcome, it's just gonna take a hold of you. So
I grew up in Oregon, so I've been swimming around this little fishbowl in Lane County with the last name of herring for over half a century, and I've seen a lot of changes. And you can't change people.
no, you can't
And I,
change people, but you could change a city. I
yeah,
since I've been here since 2010. Every time I go downtown now in the 2020, it's just doesn't look like the first downtown that I came here in
oh
Eugene.
yeah.
I mean, Lucky's is still there. Lucky's will always be there. So
I have stories with Lucky's, but I don't want to go into it right now. I was impersonating an FBI agent, and I'm not welcome there anymore.
okay, all right on.
That
That sounds like quite the story.
the bartender said I wasn't good for business.
So, what could you say about this movie? We Need Rent Money, obviously, without giving too much away.
Well, I think it's going to be a cult classic. I see it on par with Animal House, but updated.
Yeah, my dad would call it Animal House 2020 meets a
Yeah,
stoner Dumb and Dumber. But
yeah.
that's too many words. I would like to put it as Half Baked meets Jackass.
Well,
But
there's lots of powdered sugar crimes.
yeah, so no, it was a blast making it. It was very stressful, but that's doing anything that you want to do in life that's worthwhile is always stressful. So
That's true. That's true.
so you performed Thriller at a Duck game,
I
and
did.
and you were on national television. That must have been pretty cool.
Front and center, national television in a chicken outfit of all things, terrorizing 40,000 UFO ducks.
How did how did that come about? Did she
Well,
want to?
I've been involved with Thrill the World Eugene for years now. And one year I ripped out one of my eyeballs with liquid latex and black pantyhose.
Oh, I thought like you really ripped out your
And then,
eyeball.
and then the next year I ripped out both of my eyeballs and had my chest, all bloody, doing theater makeup. And it
Wow.
looked really scary. And then so I thought the next year I should clean my act up a little bit and not quite be so scary. So I just became a chicken.
Yeah, people
So,
love people in a chicken suit. So
yeah, I started terrorizing people with bad chicken jokes.
And they put it on ABC or
Well, no,
Fox
not
or
that part, just the dance, just
just the
the,
dance of you doing the Thriller?
yeah, yeah.
Nice. Did you practice it before you did it, or you just
Oh,
went and did it?
well, now that I've done it for so many years, it's like muscle memory. If the Thriller dance comes on, it's almost like my body just takes over and starts,
Yeah, it's just
some,
like the Macarena or the
it's like
electric
being a
slide.
zombie. I turn into a zombie.
Oh, that's cool.
We were raising money for shelter care.
That's even better. That's a great cause. So
Yeah.
did you guys raise a bunch of money?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact amount, but yeah, every year we raise money and awareness of housing issues in this area.
And it involves a Thriller dance
Yep,
every
yep,
year. Wow.
yeah. People we get invited places to do.
I would love the link so people could check that out if you could get me it. I'm pretty sure I could probably find it on
Okay,
Google.
a good
So
group.
yeah, and I'll also post the No Shame,
Okay, yeah,
community,
yeah. There's a good.
and any other links you'd like to send me. Also, like I said, like I expected you to send me an acting resume. I didn't expect you tell me your whole life story, and you had quite the life. We'll just leave it at that. I mean,
Hey, Shakespeare said that all the world's a stage and we're the actors.
I say we're all actors, just some are better than others. So,
That's right.
and we all pretend to be someone who we're not half the time. I don't know. I've got to the point. I feel like the older you get, the more you become who you are, and you're not going to try to pretend to be someone else.
That's right.
But there's always benefits for being someone else.
Well, that's a way of in psychology. There's like this disassociation. It's a way of putting on different hats and trying on different alter egos and different roles. And I have a lot of fun playing the bad guy.
The bad guys, what I love about the bad guy when I write for bad guys, antagonists is I think the bad guy is right, and what he's saying and why he's doing it. He believes there's a reason why he needs to do what he's doing. He might be
Yeah.
killing a million of people in the end because he's a bad guy, but what he's doing, he feels like is because the world's overpopulated. You have to do population control. So
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's something I have. Yeah, that's a pretty big subject right there. But one time in 2016, I reached out to a couple of homeless people and took them home,
you were
trying to help them
breaking
get off the
up.
streets. And I lived with this man.
So you reached out
So,
to some homeless
and
people and
tried to help them get off the streets. And I let them
okay.
live in my home for 8 months. And I lived with this man and his partner. And this man ended up having schizophrenia and autism. And he believed he's Satan. He believes he's Satan incarnate. I lived with Satan for 8 months. And I had lots of conversations with this man. And he's still in our community. And he also believes he's the father of Jesus. And he
So
belongs to
so it sounds like some Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
yeah, I guess, but in his own, but he also believes in karma and magic, and but it was hard living with this couple.
Yeah, it sounds like, just to have somebody that was so all over the place would probably be hard to control, but I'm sure make for some crazy stories. So
Absolutely, I'm writing about him too, but good thing I have a sense of humor, because I had to out bad guy him.
yeah.
So I figured the most evil person in the Bible, the evil figure in the Bible, would be the Antichrist. So I became the Antichrist with a capital THE. Because that out evil Satan. And then one day when Satan told me to get on my knees and declare he was my God,
I believe sometimes we just
I
put
said,
words
no,
to
no,
what,
no.
but a lot of people put words to what's good is good and what's bad is bad, and
Right.
I'm a total believer that, yes, there are things that are bad that people do, but then a lot of people look down at somebody as a bad person and maybe
Right.
they're
And
not.
I got to see this man, and I don't think this person's a bad person. He was just messed up as a kid. His mom, I guess, took meth when she was pregnant with him, and he was just struggling. He was a struggling person. Didn't know how to make coffee for himself in the morning, and both of him and his partner struggle. And I just can't live with them though. I can't live with them, but I can still be concerned about them.
Well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right.
If it's too much, I mean, obviously you're there. You know, not physically, but mentally. You know. Yeah.
Hey, you know, we were able to do 8 months, and that was.
Yeah, just to take someone in for 8 months, a lot of people probably would have had enough after a week. So I'm sure.
Yep.
So that means you're a really good person. I don't know. You told me the last question that you wanted me to bring up was you got married at 19 and you had 8 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was an adventure. I may have married a man with some mental health issues. He says he's afraid of me, and I have no intentions of hurting him. So he's a little delusional. But I understand I can also be intense. You saw my acting. One of my friends told me I was a screaming marshmallow.
People love marshmallows. I never seen a screaming marshmallow, but I mean, if you put it on the fire with a stick, I guess it's gonna start screaming. So.
No. And I know how to roast people. I like to roast people. And so if somebody pisses me off, I will put them in one of my poems.
Well,
like
that's a good way to express, you know, your anger. I mean, you're not physically doing harm to somebody. It's just words.
Right.
Sticks and stones may make your bones, but words will never hurt me. So.
Well, yes. I've used that for a friend of mine. Her boyfriend got drunk and threw a cinder block at the bouncer at Old Nick's, and I told her, I said, "Tell your boyfriend sticks and stones will break my bones, but cinder blocks can kill you."
Cinder blocks could kill you. Yes.
So, but one time I got
upset. Give you definitely a charge, or even worse.
One day I got upset. I was getting an A in my 17th century poetry class taught by Professor Benjamin Saunders at the U of O. He came from Wales. He's a little bit of a narcissist with his little bow tie and whatever. Mm-hmm. But he said, if any of you want to earn extra credit, you can write me a sonnet. And so I wrote him a double sonnet called A Quaint Complaint. And I glossed it with the Oxford English Dictionary. And I told him I was going to suck his dick.
Okay.
And I got an A in the class, and then later I asked him if he liked the sonnets. He goes, "Yeah, they were good." So I published them.
But he never asked you to suck his dick.
No.
Okay.
No, he's a married man with kids. No.
No, that's good writing. I mean, a lot of people be like, "Yeah, I don't think that's like school appropriate," but
he's the one that taught me how to cuss. He's the one that taught me how to cuss like a 17th century pirate.
Oh, okay.
He was reading Ben Jonson and he goes, "This is fucking funny shit."
Nice.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you can cuss in school?"
Yeah, it's college. We're all adults. I mean, you're paying to go there. So let's be honest.
Yeah.
But any new projects in the work? Or have you?
Well,
any theater or anything going on? Or?
No, everything seems to be coming to a complete screeching halt. I'm kind of waiting for some bars to open up again so I can get back into doing stand-up. And I've been still working on my own writing in between renovating. A lot of outside work going on right now. But I'm still working on rewriting the Bible.
Really?
Yep, from a woman's perspective.
That's
in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Mom. And Mom had a dyslexic dog named God. And one day Mom's cousin Karma ran over God's dogma, and who was left? Mom and her alpha dog, God Omega. Because I eaten that Bible. So I own that Bible.
Well, I'm sure someone's going to want to read it.
Oh, it's... I've already read parts of it to a writer's group, and in some countries it would get me killed. It's kind of blasphemous a little bit.
Well,
Eve's a shapeshifter.
We're not in that some country.
Right, right.
We're in the country of free speech, and
Yeah, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. That serpent shows up as a naked cowboy in snakeskin boots.
so how far are you? How far are you in rewriting it?
Well, I am up to the hunt where the first animal gets killed in when God creates skin coverings or coverings for Adam and Eve.
Just
Everybody.
curious, how many pages are there in the Bible?
I don't know. Once upon a time, I used to have all the books memorized. I don't know.
You're gonna try to do every book, or
Well,
just?
I'm not rewriting it verbatim. I'm making it into a novel.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like a novel. It's using like magical surrealism in it.
And you're gonna try to get it published.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'd like to, but I don't know if I could ever find a publisher for it. I might have to self-publish it because it's
Well,
a little
that's what
controversial.
my dad did for his book. So that seems like the way to go. I mean, if you can't get it published and you want it bad enough, that's why we do have self-publishing out there. So I ask everybody if they had like an unlimited amount of money and no budget to do a project, would you have something in mind?
I would really love to change some of the laws in Lane County when it comes to divorces and how parents get treated. I know too many women who have had their cases thrown out and they're just called crazy or delusional.
Mm-hmm.
And the trauma that they end up going through can actually cause them to give up and start using drugs. Or I know this one woman that ended up homeless and she ended up getting involved in crime because she didn't know where to place her anger. So I think a lot of the lawyers that I've talked to and dealt with in my lifetime in Lane County are corrupt. And it's just another day at the job for them to ruin people's lives, and then they want to go out and get drinks and go karaoke afterwards.
Yeah, it seems like it's just all about a paycheck in the end for these
All
people.
about money.
It's all about that rent money. So.
Yeah, I have a lawyer on my radar who forgot to take an ethics class at the U of O. That's what she got her degree from. She forgot to take an ethics class.
You're breaking up.
Oh, well, I have a lawyer on my radar who forgot to take an ethics class at the U of O when she got her degree, and she's used a blatant lie about me in court, and it was accepted, even though it was just hearsay.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean,
it's okay. That's what happens. I have red hair, so it's like a witch hunt.
Well, I don't have all the money in the world to change the laws, but I really believe that, yes, there are people that the law does ruin people's lives.
It changes. That's the thing. Laws change. What's legal in one state is illegal in another state. What's legal in one family, what's acceptable in one family is unacceptable in another family. It's like that he said, she said, hero, villain, victim thing. And
which I don't get why we're called the United States if we have different laws in different states.
It's difficult. It's really difficult. I would be in prison if I lived in another state.
Well, good thing you're in Oregon.
That's right.
So.
Right. I can run around town in a chicken outfit and it's not against the law.
Well, that's against the law in some states?
I don't know. I haven't been to other states in my chicken outfit.
Well, okay. I mean, yeah, so you're really about that chicken outfit.
I like chickens.
Yeah.
I'm a mother hen.
Yeah, my mom's obsessed with roosters. She got a lot of roosters all over her house. Not real ones. But.
Oh, no, I had real ones. I had to chop off chicken heads when I was a little girl. My dad was a logger. I helped him chop off chicken heads for dinner.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Did it make you stop eating chicken? Or?
No, I ended up owning my own chickens and ended up having to chop off a couple of their heads. I mean, it's not the funnest thing to do in the world, but I like eggs. Fresh eggs are good. And I named all my chickens. My dad told me never to name chickens because they were going to be dinner. Yeah. But I figured if you're going to own an animal, you should at least honor it with a name. So one time,
what was the name of the chickens?
well, we had Clementine soup,
Okay.
and before I had to chop her head off, I sang, "Oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever."
Mm.
And I learned how to humanely chop off chicken heads when I was at the U of O taking an urban farm class. And then we had, let's see, Clementine. There was Matilda and Hildegard. They were black.
Mm-hmm.
And then my kids helped me name some of the chickens. So I can't remember exactly their names they picked out. Something like Neva or Neva,
Mm-hmm.
Poppy Seed, Sunset, or something like that.
I wrote a screenplay called The Last Meal of the Universe, and we had Mother Nature, and we named the chicken Gaia.
Ah, that's a good name.
Yeah. So.
That's a good one for anything to do with the earth.
Yeah. So yeah, that's quite the story. Me and my buddy, we're gonna do is start a YouTube channel telling this crazy story where we bring the audience to hell and back onto Santa Maria with Bill Gates, Abraham Lincoln, a dinosaur who's a mechanic from New York named Bron Bron, an elephant warrior. The Lucifer of Hell is a ninja weasel named Sun Lee. And
fun.
Yeah.
So I'm actually related to Abraham Lincoln.
Really?
Yep. My ancestor Bathsheba Herring married Abraham Lincoln the first, and when Abraham Lincoln's real mom died, she helped raise him. So not by blood, but through marriage.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I never met anybody that's related to Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, we have a family that's studied Ancestry for longer before Ancestry.com, and so on my dad's side, my lineage goes back to North Holland in the 1500s. Some of my ancestors were born in castles, and one of them is a hero of Horn, North Holland. Jan Haring, Haring. He got shot when he was taking the flag down from a Spanish Armada ship.
Jeez.
And became a hero. But he left behind a son, and then
it's always good to learn where you come from. That's, I mean, you think he was really honest, Abe? I mean, he did tell his dad.
He was a lawyer, and I know about lawyers.
I don't know how honest the lawyers are. We were just talking about
lawyers. I watched Jim Carrey's Liar Liar. So he was a storyteller, and some people obviously didn't like him. He got shot in a theater, so someone didn't like him.
Yep, of course. So, anything else you'd like to add to this interview? Anything on your mind you'd like to speak about?
You know, some people, I noticed, I was reading the Eugene Weekly, and there's this young, beautiful singer who writes country Western songs, and her family supports her. Her family is very supportive of her career and her direction of going that direction. It's nice to be supported, and so I've had a difficult time with my own family feeling like they really support me, because a lot of them seem a little more adversarial. But hey, that's how it goes. Sometimes with some people. So I'm not a singer.
You're an artist.
Yes, but I did write a song about peeing on potatoes.
Well, I wrote one rap song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done rap too.
It was called "I Fuck You Like a Blue Whale."
Oh no.
And I actually sent it to Little John. I think it started the career of the group LMFO, who, that song that they did, Party Rock, and they did a bunch of other songs.
Okay.
I basically told him that if he put his beats to funny raps, people would buy it. And I think I'm responsible for their career.
Yeah, sometimes I riff off of Sir Mix a lot, and then the peeing on potatoes song was inspired by a woman that I was watching on the news, and she went into a Walmart store in Pennsylvania and peed on potatoes.
I worked at Walmart, so I saw it all. So
I used to work.
That doesn't shock me.
I used to work at Safeway. I know what can happen in grocery stores.
Yeah, gets pretty wild, especially these times.
I have a lot of fun stories from my experiences.
Well, what I could say, it's weird because, I never thought I was going to make a short film with my dad, right behind me right there, called The Stairs. And
cool.
I mean, like when I was 18, like even when I was like 12 or 13, we wouldn't like play catch in the yard. And now that I'm like 30, he's retired and he loves writing. And he wrote this book and he knew I could make a short film, you know. So he had me and my other buddy make this short film for him. And it was selected to 26 film festivals for 5 or 6
good.
countries. And it's just awesome to have people in your family that support you of the arts. But
Yeah,
in the end, I learned that nobody's holding my hand.
right.
It's all on me. I
Yep.
mean, such as Samson says, you know, it's on them and Jeremy and everybody else to make this product great. I am the one that's going to make it great. And
Right.
I promise I will make you look great on screen, even though you will already. So.
Well, in reality, I have some people who think I'm an asshole.
I don't see it. I don't
Oh
see
no,
it.
yeah, well, you know, yeah, you probably haven't seen me really drunk either.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to like getting drunk and, you know, having a beer, you know, once in a while. I don't just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Yeah,
So it's just, I guess my priorities have changed.
that's good. No, priorities can change.
And it's just one of those things where I don't know. I'm on a mission. I really believe this thing's going to change everybody's life that's a part of this. And I need to make that happen for everybody. So it's
Right.
and all
Right.
it all starts with this first feature film for
Yeah, it's
me
fun.
too.
That was so much. Thank you so much for selecting me because that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
When we casted you, we knew we had our Bomb Diggity Betty, and there was no question. There was
Oh,
no
cool.
questioning it,
Cool.
and I mean, yeah, I'm glad you were able to like to tolerate being on your knees in the shed, that shed.
Oh yeah.
And it was a pretty chilly day, so
Hey, I've been slammed to the pavement by people before and had my head pounded to the pavement. That was nothing.
ouch, ouch.
I've been dropped
Yeah,
on concrete.
I just wish Rob gave us you know, a heads up that he was gonna do that right away, you know.
Oh yeah, that was a little, but hey, improvisation, impromptu.
That
That's
improv makes the best comedy. So but I want to thank you for coming on my show, and thank you for taking this journey called film with me. Love to work with you again on a future project.
anytime.
This is all I could think about now, because even though I just finished making the movie, now I gotta make sure people hear about it. So
Right.
yeah, I want to thank you, and yeah, I wish you the best on everything you got going on, and keep your head up. And you know,
Yep.
you seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. You might say people think you're crazy, but I don't see it. I just
Well, I know how to act crazy. That's the thing is I know how to act. I can
well,
act.
that's called acting.
I know.
It's not real life.
Right. Well, sometimes real crazy people come my direction. I'm like a magnet for them, so I have to like out crazy them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I mean, normal's not fun. I've came to that conclusion. I'm kind of tired of the norm. You know, it's boring. So
Yeah.
little crazy's good.
Yeah.
So long
I
as
agree.
no one dies. So
That's right. That's why I like theater people.
so this has been We Need Rent Money presented by Zoom with Lorra
Lawrence.
Jones,
Lawrence Herring.
Lawrence Herring. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Zoom. Do 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 do. Zoom. And cut.
Okay, that was